Now at 11, Hoosier fans are getting off the planes. They are tired, but they are looking forward to next week at the Peach Bowl. Hoosier hangover just ahead.
Oh, it's a chilly Friday night, and it's going to be a chilly weekend. I'll have the numbers and when we get close to 60 in the forecast.
And we're getting new insight on the scope of issues that shut down 2 Johnson County hotels. We're digging into those safety concerns and the changes needed before they can reopen. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. Oh, what a moment. And now just a day later, those IU fans are returning home still buzzing from that Rose Bowl victory. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Jenna Webster in for Scott Swan. In just 1 week, the Hoosiers will reunite on the field with the Oregon Ducks for a spot in the national championship game. Alex Almanza didn't have much trouble finding folks in cream and crimson at the airport back in Indiana, with their sights now set on Atlanta.
Well, you know, a lot of Hoosier fans are still running on that Rose Bowl victory high, but between now and next week when the Peach Bowl gets underway, a lot of fans say that they can't rest on their laurels now because there's a lot of work to be done and tickets still to be bought.
The Hoosiers seem to be Hoosiered out, at least for now, after spending all day cheering, then hopping on a flight and adjusting back to the time zone.
We're ready to get home, but like I said, it was amazing, and I wouldn't trade for anything. It was very cool.
The homecoming was quiet, fewer cheers, more carry-ons, that luggage filled with souvenirs, of course, money well spent, fans say. But the people who have been waiting for this moment for decades tell us they left with memories money can't buy. That includes Marie Anderson, who has been an IU fan for 42 years.
Every year, you'd go, you think, oh my gosh, we're going to win. They say we got a good team, and then we lose. But with Coach Cignetti, he's made me proud to be an IU fan.
Anderson says she and her daughter used to work the IU football games, a true bonding moment for them. Meanwhile, Clifton Hibbert says this game was about quality time. He left LA for Indy to watch with his son he hadn't seen in 40 years.
He took me to a sport bar, and we was there watching the game, and it was a blast.
Was that a bonding moment for you and your son?
Yes, it was a bonding moment. We love it.
But as they part ways this week, we suggested another meetup in Atlanta.
I'm going to say that to him, a matter of fact. I'm going to ask him, say, how about pick up some tickets?
So whether they were at a bar or watching from home, the celebration may be over, but the journey isn't.
All right, so there's still a lot of work between now and next week. Fans are going to catch up on some of that sleep first and foremost, but they're also going to make sure that they, get their line for those tickets. So between now and next Friday, there's a lot of work to be done, but we'll be here and fans will be as well. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Thanks, Alex. We also, of course, had to pay a visit to the Hoosiers' home base. People in Bloomington showing plenty of excitement for the Rose Bowl win, but dialing in now on Oregon. The merch is out and people are stocking up. They've got to get their gear before IU returns to action on Friday. Lily Metzger is a senior and she'll get to see her Hoosiers at the Peach Bowl in person.
We will be in Atlanta, Georgia in a week from today, and I'm super, super excited.
Next up, Oregon, and it's going to be hard because I know that they're going to be after us.
Bring on Oregon. Yep. They're going to be out for blood, but we've got this. The whole team will put the work in. They know what's coming. They've been there.
This is that Big Ten rematch. Undefeated IU took down the Ducks at Oregon back in October. The turnaround for this IU program is nothing short of impressive, and for the guy leading the charge, head coach Curt Cignetti, it's paying off big time. His contract lays it all out. This Rose Bowl win secures Cignetti a $700,000 bonus. It hits $1 million with a win Friday and $2 million if the Hoosiers win it all. The Peach Bowl will mark the first time in program history the Hoosiers play for a spot in the College Football National Championship. IU and the Oregon Ducks will face off at a neutral site this time, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The president of the Peach Bowl says the game is already sold out. It's the 4th time this bowl game has served as a semifinal game, all of which has featured the #1 team.
The Oregon-Indiana, a Big Ten matchup, which is interesting for us. Typically, we've been SEC, ACC in some form or fashion. And a game that was played earlier this year. It's always interesting to play a team a second time. They say it's tough to win twice, but every game is different.
Now, he says both Indiana and Oregon will receive $100,000 from the Peach Bowl for scholarships. Super cool. And all this Hoosier hysteria comes to WTHR Plus. There you can find a full breakdown of the Rose Bowl from Dominic Miranda and Eli Gain. They just got back from Pasadena a couple hours ago. Plus extended post-game moments with head coach Kurt Cignetti and the players. That's available right now on our free streaming app. You can find that on Apple, Roku, and Fire TV. Well, so far this winter, we've had some bitter cold temperatures and above average. And now, of course, it's a pretty standard January. But that's all going to change next week. So, Angela, we just got to get through a couple more cold days, and then we get to warm up a little bit.
Yes, we've got a big warm up coming next week, Jenna. Temperatures tonight, though, as you mentioned, typical for January. We're in the 20s across central Indiana, 24 in Indianapolis and Shelbyville, 24 degrees in Greencastle. We're down to 22 Crawfordsville and 23 degrees currently in Muncie. Overnight temperatures really aren't going to drop too much more. Upper teens, low 20s. That's how we'll start Saturday. More clouds than sunshine, midday 31. Should end the day with some sunshine. High temperatures in the middle and upper 30s, both Saturday and Sunday. The 40s are close, and that warmer air out to our west will start to move our way. We've got temperatures starting Tuesday in the 50s. We will near 60 this time next week. More on the warm up coming our way, and a couple of rain chances in the 7-day.
Angela, thanks. You can keep track of the incoming warm up and any rain chances with the WTHR weather app. It lets you check radar and an hourly forecast anytime right on your phone. That is a free download in your app store. Now, the fight over an abandoned Catholic church in Indianapolis is moving from City Hall to federal court. Holy Cross Catholic Church stands at Ohio and Oriental, but there hasn't been a mass there in years. It's boarded up and fenced off. St. Philip Neri took over Holy Cross when the parishes merged. Leaders say the building is unsafe and too costly to repair. They say demolition is the best option, but city leaders stepped in and designated the site a historic landmark, saving the building. Now St. Philip Neri is suing the Indianapolis Historic Preservation Commission. Church leaders argue the city crossed a line by weighing in on Catholic doctrine.
They are forbidden by our Constitution from doing such things. And here, what Catholic canon law holds is for the church to decide, not the government.
They bear the responsibility and the burden. And so we want to be ensured that we're hearing directly from them as we try to work through viable solutions.
That second person you just heard from is Brad Ward with Indiana Landmarks, one of the groups pushing to revitalize Holy Cross. A city spokesperson told us they do not comment on pending litigation. They have until January 20th, though, to respond to the lawsuit. Unfit for human habitation, that's the message on the doors of 2 Johnson County hotels. This is the Relax Inn and the Econo Lodge that are closed after the Franklin Fire Department found safety issues at both locations. They do share an owner, and area leaders say they share problems. Last month, a traveling paramedic staying at the lodge reported a missing smoke detector. Fire inspectors ultimately found multiple missing detectors and a broken fire alarm monitoring system. A week later, the ceiling of the Relax Inn's pool area collapsed. Fire officials say the sprinkler system failed and the pipes burst.
It's all the water coming down in there that wasn't going to empty pool started running down the hallways to the rooms. At that time on the 21st, we told them that they needed to evacuate all the people out of there, get a hold of the sprinkler company plumbing to get it fixed.
Franklin Fire Chief Joshua Snyder says for the hotels to reopen, they'll need working sprinklers and fire alarm monitoring systems. They'll also need smoke detectors installed where they're required. Here's a quick look at other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, a teenager is dead after a shooting on the east side of Indianapolis. Police found 17-year-old Lamar Miller Jr. early this morning along Tuxedo Street. Officers got a call for a car crash. They believe that wreck happened because Miller was shot. This was the city's first homicide of 2026. We're working to learn now what may have led to the gunfire and if police have identified a possible suspect. We now know the name of an 18-year-old man killed in a shooting on New Year's Eve. It happened just before 3 o'clock in the morning near 38th and German Church. Aaron Reed Jr. died at the hospital. A 17-year-old was also injured. 4 people are now charged in connection to the death of a man found in a car in Delaware County. They now face counts including murder, arson, and kidnapping. Investigators say a man's body was found after someone reported a fire back in December. An autopsy found evidence the man was alive when the car was set on fire with him inside. Now police are confirming they believe a missing teenager died after falling into the White River in Broad Ripple. Crews are now working to recover 16-year-old R.J. Williams' body. He was last seen on December 17th. The next day, detectives found the teen's bags on a dock. Remember, you can always find all the latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app.